Good day, everyone. Good day, ma'am. I'm Elaiza Taculod from BS Therapy, and right now I'm going to report a Chapter 11 entitled Laws Regulating Professionals, Congress Organizers. Conferences, exhibitions, trade shows, and other events take place in major cities of the country with sometimes foreign delegates. It is the job of professional Congress or event organizers to plan carefully a memorable, organized, and successful affair. We have here the learning objectives. First is to enumerate the responsibilities of professional Congress organizers. Second is to identify the laws that governs the business of Congress, conference, or event organizers. Third is to provide examples of safeguards that may observe by professional Congress organizers to prevent violation of any law. Meetings, incentives, conventions, and events are part of business tourism sector, a major though often undervalued sector of the wider tourism industry, and this chapter deals with the laws regulating professional Congress organizers, which also encompass other names applied to the profession, event planners, and convention organizers. This will also discuss the accreditation requirements by the Department of Tourism. So we have here the nature and description of business, the law. Convention, any gathering for the purpose of exchanging or disseminating views, technical expertise, experiences, knowledge, skills, information, policies, or any other related activity. It does not include corporate meetings or events where participation is limited to company personnel only, and the term shall include any of the following: conference, usually general session and face-to-face groups with high participation to plan, get facts, solve organization and member problems. Congress, more commonly used conference, usually general session and face-to-face groups with with high participation to plan, get facts, solve organization and member problems. Congress, more commonly used European designation for convention and mainly international in scope. Seminar, usually one face-to-face group sharing experiences in a particular field under the guidance of an expert. Discussion leader, at least discussion leader attendance is 30 persons or less. Lecture, a formal presentation by an expert, sometimes followed by question and answer period. Symposium, a panel discussion by experts in a given field before a large audience with some audience participation but appreciably less than a forum. Forum, a panel discussion taking opposite sides of an issue by experts in a given field with liberal opportunity for audience participation. Workshop, usually a general session of face-to-face groups of participants training each other gain new knowledge, skills, or insights into problems. Attendance generally no more than 30 to 35 participants. Colloquium, a program in which the participants determine the matter to be discussed. The leaders will then construct a program around the most frequent problems, usually attended by 35 persons or less, with equal emphasis on instruction and discussion. Professional Congress Organizer, or the PCO, any person, natural or juridical, who manages conventions either as an official of an organization, consultant, volunteer, or as a retained professional. Discussion of the law. Trade shows and events may be organized by a professional Congress organizer for purposes of accreditation by the Department of Tourism. Think of the professional Congress organizer PCO or event planner as well, connecting meeting planner for hire, and this type of specialist is common outside the US, especially in European cities. A PCO or event planner can take over the site selection process for you, negotiate with hotels and other suppliers, handle accounting matters, and on-site logistic advice on tax matters, and shepherd paperwork. In short, it will take charge of the program, and the business of professional Congress organizers is a type of agency. Thereto the laws discussed in Chapter 5. Therefore, the laws discussed in Chapter 5 may apply. So we have here the following may apply for accreditation in PCO under the Department of Tourism. First is a resident Filipino citizen. Partnerships organized under the laws of the Philippines, at least 60% of the capital of which is owned by Filipino citizens, and corporations organized under the laws of the Philippines, at least 60% of its subscribed common or voting shares of stocks being owned by Filipino citizens, and the composition of its board of directors being at least 60% Filipino. Moving forward, we have here the accreditation of professional Congress organizers. The following are the requirements for the issuance of accreditation by the Department of Tourism. In the case of single proprietorship, a business name certificate and all amendments thereto. In the case of partnership or corporations, a certified true copy of the articles or partnership, incorporation, and its bylaws and amendments thereto duly registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Complete list of it complete list of its executive officers and employees indicating therein their nationality, home address, and their positions. Contract of lease or contract to lease the office space intended for the use of the PCO, mayor's permit, municipal license, latest income tax return, audited financial statements, such other documents that the department may require from time to time, and the PCO must be located in a business district and must be easily identifiable. The certificate of accreditation shall be valid for a period of 1 year from the date of its issuance by the Department of Tourism. As an event organizer, it has various safety duties known collectively as duties of reasonable care. Planning any activity or special event is important since there is an element of risk present. These are to investigate all aspects of the event, including safety and security, and act accordingly. To inform and warn participants of known risks, to plan for the safety and well-being of every participant, and to ensure participants are not subjected to unreasonable risk or harm. Delegates and safety security should always be considered when selecting a venue. In addition, ease of access both participants and by the organizers and suppliers, as well as the importation of goods, should be taken into account. Medical Congress costs significant sums of money. Proper fund management is important as any commercial operation to ensure the security of these funds and for the regular audited tracking of allotted expenditure. Confidentiality is a major issue and can affect many different areas within the boundaries of the meetings industry. Special attention should be paid to obtaining permissions from speakers and or companies for the publication and or disclosure of material to be presented at the event. Mr. Zozobrado must make sure that the caterer for the meals shall provide the highest standards of cleanliness associated with the food and beverage service. And that's the end of my report. Thank you and God bless.